Hello, Kai Taylor. How are you doing today? Good. Okay. Hello, Amir. How are you doing today? Good. Okay. Girai Goji versus King Titan. Maybe Girai Goji. I just started. I'm just starting animating. That's nice. Hang on. Okay. This is what it looks like outside, at least. Do you see Kong and Godzilla? They look decent. My children. Here's Eric, Dave, oh shoot, and obviously Gilbert. You spin me right around, baby, right around. Ba-na-na-na-na. Godzilla the series was peak. Ah, shoot. I don't think I watched the Godzilla series yet. Ah, shoot. Watch it now. After stream, okay? Hang on, is it the one with Zilla? Okay. Yep. Zilla Junior, yes. Okay. Ah, damn it. Why is there 2 grenades? Got him. Right. Boom. Ah. Kaboo. Yes, we go. Kaboo. Ah. Where is everyone? I think, I think Akai Taylor is animating something right now, so he's still here, but I don't know where other people are. So, yeah. Yep. Ah. Oh. What are your thoughts on Godzilla guy? He's he's good. I just don't watch him that much. He's a good guy, but he stay having the worst takes of all time. Oh, who do you think has the best takes on Godzilla, in your opinion? I don't know. Oh. Oh. So what did you guys do today? Started sculpting. Oh, that's nice. I'm cooking until now. Oh no. Switch. Nothing much, just editing. Okay. Ka-chow. 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 Oh no. Ka-chow. Ka. Oh. Change. Not to this. Alright. Our Godzilla not that strong to be honest. Yeah. I don't know what Marvel Godzilla does, so gonna have to agree with that. Hey oh. Hello stop motion and stuff, how are you doing today? He folded the Avengers canonically. Oh. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing good. There's a bit of a little bit of a snowstorm where I live right now. Oh shoot. Where's Stanfield? Same. No, that sad. Should I sculpt Marvel Godzilla or the Rhinodosaurus? Rhinodosaurus. I'm sorry if I butchered that name wrong. It's just first. Okay. What's that? Oh, what's this? Yeah, I got to kill before I died. Rhinoceros over Indominus Rex low diff. I mean, I forgot what movie that Rhinoceros was in. Was it the creature creature 5,000 feet deep? I forgot. Cause I feel like I've seen it. The Beast from 2000 Fathoms. Oh yeah, I watched that. It was a good movie. It was just a long time ago ever since I watched that, so yeah. Isn't that like 19 something? 1950. I forgot. Or was it 1960? I forgot. 1953. Oh, a year before the original Godzilla started. It's crazy that we got a trailer for the Nintendo 2 before GTA 6. Isn't it Nintendo 6? No, Nintendo 6. Tyrannosaurus is Godzilla's granddaddy. Mm-hmm. Well, let's go on to rafting. I got bored. Alright. You know what? Funniest TikToks. Did you ever finish Godzilla and his amazing friends? No. I'm sorry. Let me just go turn off the HO. No. How come I heard Tic Tac? I don't want to pay for them. I don't want to know and then came up to me like, with that bang. And I'm on his head. Hush.
Well, it's really a shame that I have to do this if I have to go to work.
No.
I have to go to work.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Oh, my.
Hey, stop. I gotta go to work. Hey, I gotta work. Hey, kid. I gotta go to work today. Just
I chose to launch my business with Zoom. They keep the process simple and efficient. You can launch your business.
So close.
I gotta go to work today. Just
Damn.
I gotta go to work today. Just stop. Man. I gotta work. See ya. See you later for dinner.
Yo, that was close. Nobody. You almost got me. Some of y'all like, who are you left?
I didn't laugh.
He getting lit up as a kid. Man, kids nowadays, y'all don't be getting whooped. Y'all don't. That's why y'all bad. So I felt like I was getting whooped about 3 times a week.
How to expose all of you again. Here we go. Secret things we all do, but just don't talk about. Part 4. Quick warning, I'm not stalking you. If I call you out on something you haven't told anyone about, it's probably just really relatable and real.
I already can call it. I'm gonna do 0 things on this list.
Do it. Anyway, let's go. Number 1. Gathering up all the neighborhood children and forcing them to make bed in your basement. Now, I know that one's kind of common, and a lot of you have probably already done it, but I figured I'd just include it anyway.
What?
Let's move on, though. Number 2. Climbing trees at your local park, butt naked, pretending to be a squirrel. The best part about this one is that if you run out of room for acorns in your mouth, you can just start putting them up your ass. Finally, I have one more, and if this isn't the most relatable thing of all time, then, like, I don't know what is. Here it is. Number 3. Bringing your scooter to your grandpa's funeral and hitting a sick backflip off his coffin.
Weird, buddy. You're weird. No. He ain't even sure. He got his things just laying there. Somebody replied to that tweet with this one. 911. Officer, right there. Come on in, fella. Oh, honey. One reason why I cannot stand my brick wall. I just be sitting down in this mother be ashy. It be leaving pebbles. It's shedding. I am invigorated. Stay off the crack. Dude just got laid out. Big facts.
I'm out of here.
Anyone still here? Me? Okay.
Hey, you run that back? You almost got me, Jay. You're savage for that, though.
The last inside can't remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.
Fun fact.
Ooh.
Brushing with McDonald's is always the most popular.
Inside can't remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.
shoulder.
Sup, hello Asbestos, how are you doing today? Good, okay.
I just made myself laugh. And I said, school shoulder. Okay, whatever. Two lives. These haven't been funny anyway. I'll give y'all a free life.
Clipple. Yep. All
Okay,
that.
whatever. Two lives. These haven't been funny anyway. I'll give y'all a free life. Yo, why you smack the table so hard? Yo! Oh. My dude smacked his head on the table. Okay. One life left. Y'all still not gonna get me. Claire, you got me, Claire McCumber. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But yo, cousin Ryan, thank you for showing Claire my videos, and I hope you also told her to send her a slice that like button, like y'all should be doing. Yeah, I'm talking to you, viewer. I ain't talking to Claire no more. Come to the party. Come on.
Guys, I finished the animation. Oh, that's nice.
They're just not here right now. We got the drinks here. This bad boy will automatically destroy people. I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to you. Oh my god! I just saw.
Yay!
I'm taking a shower. What do you mean? Eh? What the hell are you talking? What are you doing? Oh my god. Alright, you ready for them juke skills? Ooh, Barry Sanders. Oh my god, bro. Bro, that dude ankles is still in the other room right now. Guys, that is the ankles that started it all. This is why I'm known as the ankle breaker to this day. And one of my famous catchphrases is get your ankles straight. It started with Al Oni. He was my first victim, and ever since I've been collecting ankles. I got a bag of them. That was like my first edit. I was like, this moment is iconic in the Tory Kitchen saga.
It all started when my mom met my dad, and they fell in love, and they had me. Hi, I'm Ryan, and my life is kind of crazy. It all started.
Hi, all right.
Across America, predicting the outcome
Across
of
America.
got a whole lot more interesting.
A lot more interesting. Wow.
It all started.
Hi, all right. Almost lost my last life right there. Hey, this shit there. Sweet, I got you. Can I get some cereal? Bro, let somebody put their whole hand in my cereal bowl.
Oh, dang.
to let off some frustration. That's all. Let's go.
You need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were gonna take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement.
Yes.
I think.
You almost got me. All right, Scottish man. It's only been 3 months.
What did the cow say to his son after he went to the slaughterhouse? What?
Why you walking like that?
I gotta go see it? Okay, bye. Bison. Bison. Oh.
Dang it! It's the toe. The toes is what got me. But this dude is funny, man. It's only been 3 months. It's only been 3 months. Why do you say it like that? It's only been 3 months. Let's go, big head. Come on.
Come on, Mega Mom. Mama's got you.
Why you walking like that? What do you want me to say? He walks like he has 2 left feet. That's not my son. Shout out to you, Asia World. This is how Target employees be when you ask them to show you something.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Do you know where the cameras are? Okay.
Meow.
Hey,
Meow.
Hey, why are we running? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, bro. Hey, dude, I'm trying to look for the camera. Hey, where the camera? Hey, chill.
Chill out, you guys. We're gonna end that one there. I lost
Alright.
horribly. I guess it's me.
Should we try not to laugh? That's my question. Should we? Yes, alright.
You know what's smart? Treating yourself without cheating the goals. Indulge responsibly with Factor. All of the flavor, none of the guilt. Ready in 2 minutes. Eat smart with Factor.
At our rescue, we are on a mission to end sex trafficking and child exploitation.
While empowering survivors to
Alright, try not to laugh.
I'm sick of it.
笑わないようにしてください。
Sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Ah! Every once in a while, y'all try and test my gangster. Who do you think you are? What am I talking about? You look confused. This is a try not to laugh. And you actually think you clicked on this video thinking that I was gonna laugh? See that laugh? That was a sarcastic laugh. Who am I? Try. That's right. I am the chosen. Another try not to laugh, which means y'all about to take another L. Water be be hitting different when you dehydrated. I asked you guys on
Yep.
Twitter, first of all, clap it up. We finally reached 1 million followers on Twitter. We grinded for this for years and years of trying to get you guys to come from YouTube to Twitter to follow. But we don't got no time to celebrate. I already got 2 mil in my sights. Go ahead and follow at Corey Kinch. But I went to Twitter and asked you guys to send me the funniest TikToks of 2020. And if you make me laugh, you get a shout out. If your junk is corny and I don't laugh, block. Also follow my Instagram at Corey Kinchin as well. Your boy photogenic. What can I say? I just also follow my Instagram at Corey Kinchin as well. Your boy photogenic. What can I say? I just
Man, it's getting hot in here. I hope you don't mind. I take button a couple of buttons here.
And one turkey glizzy for you. And one
he
turkey
wasn't
glizzy.
trying to eat that turkey.
And the water starts pouring. How full are you? Sick to my stomach thinking about how I'm built just like this. Professor, where's your thesis? Me. I ain't got no teeth, sis.
Relax, bruh. How is that pain in his balls?
And my little brother here, so he hasn't dealt with him, and he's gonna be choking me. And I'm gonna show you how the tax get the steer underneath, put the legs on the dash, and get out. So I'm gonna be showing exactly. Can I put the belt over my head? Okay, so make sure you don't choke so hard. Okay. So as he's doing this, I'm gonna make sure. Oh. Okay. Okay. Dang, dude. I said not so hard.
Your brother fucking serious. He was enjoying that. They probably hit about feelers where they be like, hi ugly. Like who the f is ugly? Who the f is ugly? Oh!
Taking the stallion songs is a buddy get on the plan. Have you heard of Alice?
I can't take it anymore. Eating a burger with no honey mustard. 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 Eating a burger.
First week.
The Home Depot said it. Okay, alright. That was my first life. Y'all know the rules. I get 3 lives in this. He just paused for so long after he said Home Depot 7s, and I'm just looking at these boots like, I can get these at Home Depot.
720s.
Alright, little crazy Kalia. Okay, alright, you got me. You got my first life.
I found a bunch of animals that were safe for surgery. Why does this this guy has surgery and there's no pants? This one is so ugly.
How your dog got butt cheeks? I mean, like, Skylar, you got close. Alright, video having sorry. Capture my
here, Justin. He got my friend here, Justin. He got
How much is it of it?
Little Luna, why? Okay, alright. Let me sit up, because y'all done took 2 of my lives way too quick. Let me sit up. Oh. Yeah, walk it off. Yo, go change your drawers immediately. Oh, look at it. Oh my goodness. You know somebody hurt when they on the ground.
Broccoli.
Yeah, that was me eating vegetables as a kid.
No, look at this. You look like Bobby from
I haven't even pressed play yet. Bro, what? What are you talking about? I was just in Google. What the? Bro, what the hell? This ain't my computer. Oh, no! No! Why was that? Why did I even laugh at that? What? Oh. Everybody's done this, first of all. I know I've done this probably like 20, 30 times. Well, you're already on Google and you're like, oh, I gotta go to Google. You type Google in and you're on Google. Well, why did I laugh? That was way too easy. Y'all got the dub like way too easily this episode. But all right, I guess for the rest of this, I could just keep taking L's. Shout out to you, just on another world. I keep thinking.
Please enjoy this video I found in my Snapchat. I think it's really funny. Happy there. Please enjoy this video I found in my Snapchat. I think it's
Martin, listen, Martin. You did this to yourself. I don't. It's nothing else I can do for you. Oh!
thing bleeding to the, you know what I mean?
Wacky slide.
That thing bleeding, Pete.
Wacky slide. Y'all never knew the guy in the background? That was actually me. See, listen. Wacky slide. I told you that was me in the.
Ready, boy?
Oh. Mm.
Ready, boy? Ready, boy?
That dog did 18 somersaults in the air. Please stop me, Don. Police Navidad. Police Navidad. Spirit volume. Alright, so the replies stopped loading on my computer, so we're gonna do it on my phone. Alright, you're not even gonna notice it. What? I need my stimulus check. I need my stimulus check. I need my stimulus check. think I literally need to record it the day that the tweet goes up because they're not gonna let me see. Like I know there was some other different ones. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna do another try not to laugh next week, and I'm gonna record it that same day because I feel like a lot of the
Oh. Hmm.
I am an American soldier.
Oh, come
I
on.
am a warrior and a member of the
Oh.
team. I served in the United States.
Okay.
Just do it! Like John Cena. That's two memes in one. That's two for the price of one. All the memeage. And I said YOLO as well. Oh yes, all of the memes. I'm smacking my microphone and doing. Oh wait. Say my fucking first rodeo. What? Why didn't you fire when I cursed you first? I'm not dead. Oh. Maybe if I go. Oh shit. I'm scared. I'm scared. Go! Oh, I did it! But I blew up. I mean, that's a good thing, but I want to see if I can do it. Hey, oh, Nelly. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, long spike fall, part 5. Where's the first part? Oh, shit. He moved on his own. I didn't even move him. Oh, God. Steve. 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 This is hard. This is very hard. No. Are you still alive? He's still alive. He's not alive. Make it. Come on. Just a Steve. Just do it, buddy. Yeah. All the cake for you. I forgot there's click stuff in the game now. Wait. Click here to start. Cool. Now what do I do? Right. Oh, activate boost. Wooshy whoosh. I know what I'm doing. Oh, this is cool. Stop. Now go that way. Now stop. There we go. Go right again. And stop. These are awesome. Okay, don't activate boost just yet. Because, oh crap, I already activated it. Delete for the bridge. Build a bridge and get over it. Nice. So you go up. There we go. Yes. Nice one, Brett. This is cool. I like this. I'm having a good time. Oh, that scared me. Whoosh. Yeah! Very, very clever and very cool. That was a new thing they brought in, because you were never able to click stuff on screen before. Now you can. Happy Wheels. Innovation since ever. Impossible 68%. Why? If it was 1% more impossible, it would have been hilarious. Whoosher. Scoosher. Happy Wheels. Master champion of the world. I didn't do it first time, because I have to show that I'm infallible, that I can actually make mistakes. So you guys have a reference point for being able to actually fail at the level and know that it's okay. If that's not the first time, you don't think I was too cool, and then nobody would actually believe that I did the first time properly. That's a whole lot of bullshit. Possible jump. Oh. moly! First race to start. Ha! My eyes off the chain. Here, I'm kind of fuck yeah, fuck your truck. Fuck your truck! Crush them all! Crush them all into little tiny pieces! Let them nose boys! Jack! Balls! You know me so well. Oh wait, no, we're gonna
I'm here.
crush out all them
Okay.
balls. Get them all to go that way, and then woo! That didn't work. Yay! Segway race. Oh wait, hey! That's not fair! He has speedy boosties! All I have is a Steve! Come on, Steve! I just won! But barely. Let's see if I can win by more. That's not even fair! Okay, he's catching up. Yes, he is. Yes, slow down! Slow down, you bastard! Win, every time. Every time. The best Segway race in the world for me. Hold your applause! You can give me the cake, though. Welcome to Jacksepticeye Drag. Do it, lick a boss! Okay, we got this, Larry. Larry, hold on to your ass. Hold on, yeah. Keep the head down, Larry. Keep the head down and just fucking go for it. Oh, tuck that head into your chest if you want to. That harpoon up your arse isn't doing much good, though. Okay, we gotta figure this out. Here you go. Ah, boy, Larry. I fucking knew I liked you for a reason. I knew I bought you that lawnmower for Christmas for a reason. Go. Yeah, go. Go. Just fucking go. 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 Go till you mow. Geddix is a lawnmower. His fucking epic jokes. Yes. Yes. Go. Go.
Don't you dare.
Yes! Ooh, I feel good. Oh God, it's Simon Says. I did it. Okay, red, green, yellow, red, blue. Fuck, he had it too. Red, green, yellow, red, blue. Fuck. Red, green, yellow, red, blue, green, yellow. Red, green, yellow, red, blue, green, yellow. Yeah! Oh, thank God! I was hoping I would finish off that one because I was kind of losing the plot. I didn't know what the hell the next one's going to be. Oh, hallelujah! That's like Kid Talk and Nobody Explodes. It was the Simon Says on that as well.
What should we
I've
watch
never
after
seen the
this?
Simon Says game with the colours that everybody else seems to have seen. When I grew up, it was just said, Simon Says do this, and if he didn't say Simon Says and you did it anyway, you got a slap. Maybe that's just how my mother played with me. Impossible. 99.9%. Well, we've seen Jack beat the odds before, haven't we? Oh, we sure have, kiddies. Not today. Wooshy woosher. Second attempt. You should just call me second attempt Jack. Fuck. Grab ball and catch your Segway, gay. What? Oh, I lost my arms. Grab my Segway, gay. What? Why? What are you talking about? Okay. Oh, whoa. Fuck. Okay, grab the ball again. There you go. Ah! Fuck it. And then up we go. Ah, boy, Steve. Where the fuck have I gone? Oh, I got a cool. That's pretty good. Okay. Ah! And, oh, wooshy woosher. Go, Steve! Okay, I got amazing. That's pretty good. That's pretty neat. If you love me, let me go. I'm still the legend. Bro, JSE bottle run super hard. You know why they say they're super hard? Because that's how I feel while I play it. Super hard. Don't shut up. Hello, bosses. If Sean plays this, I would die. Uh-oh. Hey, Mom! Hey, I did it again! It's awesome! You are the best person ever. Hope you enjoyed this level. It's quite hard. Aw, thank you. I like my Billy has a machete in his head already. A meat cleaver even. Super hard, you say? Because Billy stabbed me in the back! That's it. Dodge. Dodge. Oh, fuck. He's a cleaver in his back already. So that's why it's super hard? Because Billy just has a fucking meat cleaver in his head? Go, Billy. Fuck you. Ah, now you mess up all the bosses, Billy. You're such a little shit. Let's leave him back here. Let's leave Billy back here. There you go. That's for fuck's sake. Attaboy, Billy. Here you go. Here you go. Daddy's going on his own now. Daddy's going on his own trip. He's pedaling quite fast So if I can do something that's 99.9% impossible and finish that, then surely I can do one that's 99.8% impossible. But all these things have their lines drawn out and I have no idea what to do. So we go whoosh, whoosh. Ah, shit balls. Oh, fuck! I got cocky. Okay, careful, careful. Yeah, you're stuck in me. Okay, I'm still fighting. I got this. Oh, sneaky. I got this. Don't even worry about me. I got this. Woohoo! I'm scared. I'm so scared. No! Are you alive? You are still alive, Pete. Pete, I love you. Love you, bruh. Mind your step. Fuck. Okay. Ooh, don't do that again. Yes. Yes. That's the best accomplishment I've had all day. Okay, so since I'm so good at these, this one's called 100% impossible. So I have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen with this. Jesus! Yeah! 100% impossible! My areolas! Flap Simulator 2015. Use your mouse to flap. Are you the fat master? How fast can you flap?
Let's just watch something. Let's watch something else. It's just alright. What shall we watch? Quick Kenshin as Bonnie. I guess we can try and watch that.
Good morning. Whoa, stop right there. Did you wash your hands, mister? Oh, Jimmy. What did I do if I not wash your hands? Only your shirt the same color as trash. You're looking at me like you want to kiss my ass. Bam, Corey, you are the hottest guy I know. So was a man. You make me laugh. This is how predictable. If I just left that edit without saying anything, all the comments will be, go to 9 minutes, 52 seconds. Corey said the A word. So what if I did? What you gonna do about it? Why you just move? I don't like that. What you trying to get into? Jealous. You jealous. Your parents about to be like, yo, what are you watching? You put your headphones in for this one.
Hello, Gojo. That's how you doing.
I got no respect because I'm the new man. Got my shovel, shoes full of sand. Check out the tag. The name is Caveman. After that,
Good. Okay.
she proceeded to chew his head off of his neck.
What is happening? Koyak's Kitchen has Bonnie.
Shout out to the 4 people that's gonna see this.
Get ready to go.
Makes sense. Yep. What should we watch? Chica's crazier though. Yep. Jacksepticeye as Phantom Foxy. Sounds interesting.
Son of a fuck! Alltså jävlar, det var underbart med Donnerstoppen bara in. Och måste komma in så boken drar sig idag. Så går jag den, man.
Why do people leave when I come?
If we hit 200,000 likes,
It's more like they already left when you like but like
this video,
I don't know.
I'll drink this bell and see how far I can shove it up my ass. I grew up in Dublin. I was a potato farmer. Every night I would go to the pub. I would drink ale and dance jigs. But then one day I met a pretty lass. Her name was Ruby, and she. What the fuck is that? What is happening? Ah! What the fuck? Don't you be doing that, you bitch! You're like riding it. Okay, Dave, I have a joke for you.
Okay, what is it?
Dave, when you died, you go to the Dave yard.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over there.
Some path. Fucking hate it here. Bang! Bang! But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face, like a boss, and like that's all around.
Hmm. Three photos with disturbing backstories.
Today I'm gonna.
Who's funnier, Jack or Corey?
Staying in doesn't mean you
Maybe
can't go
Corey.
around. More wings, more flavor, more bang for your. I'm House It's Rich, and I'm back with Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
True. Yep.
In the comments, which row you think will have the slime? Will it be row 1 or will it be row 2?
I remember I used to watch this guy when I was younger.
And see if your winner later. Spin it! Oh, sweet, we got the old school Godzilla with some atomic breath. Gonna shoot out in a second. All right, here we go. We're gonna punch it. Ready? 1, 2. Wait, there's nothing in there. But wait a second, I hear something really big coming. Oh, look what we got. It's the new Godzilla from Godzilla King of the Monsters. This is over 20 inches long. All right, cool. We got Godzilla and his tail pieces out. But here's a little quick note. Look at the back of.
You're watching my childhood channel?
Really cool.
Yep.
It's a scene of the Navy in a rough ocean with some fog, just kind of like Godzilla was coming out of it. So pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look at him. Let's put him together. He's so long, like any long dinosaur or Godzilla, you need to assemble a tail. This is a very long tail,
got a little bit of play in it, which is cool, especially the bottom half, which is great because you don't want to get hurt. Kids don't want to get hurt, whacking into this. This is some cool detail. These are also rubbery. His head does not really articulate. His head is in place. His mouth does not articulate either. Not bad at all. His arms do move. His legs articulate as well, which is good. It is
You know, for this stream, I guess we can just watch childhood channels.
really cool. All right, let's move on, Godzilla.
Cause
Is that cool with you?
oh, it's not bad to have nostalgia.
Over here. There you go, buddy. Don't forget, at the end of this video,
Highest
we
score
got
king
some
after
fan art
GTA
coming
6
up.
is
So let
crazy.
the end of the
Yep.
video see if your fan art is featured. Let's spin that wheel. Oh, next we got Rodan. He's one of the cool monsters that's gonna make an appearance in Godzilla King of the Monsters. And here he is, Rodan. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Wait, nothing's in there. Oh wait, I hear something else coming. Boom! Look at that. This is Godzilla and Rodan. Bring the battle to life. Oh, look at the silent box. This is collect them all. There's also Godzilla and Mothra, and Godzilla and King Ghidorah, my favorite of all, except for you, Godzilla. Oh, here it is.
This is what kids should be watching here. Yep.
Figure. You can see his scales are nice and blue. He's got a detachable tail as well. How long? In this movie, this version of Godzilla is gonna have really long tails. It's really got smooth articulation too. You can see the legs and the arms really move on it. The head moves to the side too. Huh? He's got better articulation than the big one. Pretty nice, small minifigure. I love it. And here's Rodan. He is what, a Pteranodon or something? That's the
Pteranodon.
got exposed to some radiation and he's turned into Rodan. It's crazy cool. He's got that pointy beak, two pointy horns in the back of his head. Look at the detail of him. He is pretty cool. Look at the wingspan on him. His wings will flap as well. His legs drop down, which is kind of cool. So you can stand them up really neat like that. Definitely staged some serious battles here. And this set also comes with an additional scene. It looks like Vesuvius or something, like an Italian city with a volcano in the back. It has this little piece that you can just put this in here, hold it up with. No man, I'm gonna get you. No man, I'm gonna get you. So cool. I like this little set. Pretty cool. All right, let's spin that wheel. Oh, we got Godzilla's arch nemesis. It is King Ghidorah. The top one in the top row. Oh, sweet. All right, King Ghidorah. 1, 2.
Oh, I forgot his name, but I used to watch him along. But he had son with him and had Dinosaur Adventures. I think about T-Rex Ranch.
King Ghidorah is a massive dragon-like destroyer with 3 heads, capable of 3 times
Or-
destruction. Become the largest super species the world has ever seen. Oh my goodness, this is pretty cool. I'm speechless, and that never happens. You have to assemble his 2 tails, because he's got 3 heads and 2 tails. I mean, King Ghidorah, how much cooler can he be? Maybe this one goes on that side. Get in there, boy. So cool. Look at the detail in the back. And the back of his head. I mean, the back of his head. That's just so crazy. And look, you can see it's got wings here that flap. I mean, this thing is just big. It's big.
Oh, I know
It's
Dino
so sweet.
Green
This is a
Jr.
really cool King Ghidorah.
Remember
I like
him?
this
I
one.
used
This
to
is
watch
great
him a
toys.
lot.
And that's what we're going for here. We're going for toys. We're not going
Maybe.
for collectibles. So I really think this is a nice looking King Ghidorah. I know a thing or two about King Ghidorah. For example, here's a couple King Ghidorahs up here. Here's the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah way up top. And then here's another, there's a cheaper King Ghidorah here. Nothing like that other one. Here's a quick peek at my Godzilla collection.
Wow.
Comes with some cityscape that you can destroy. Here's one side. Here is, bang, just like that. And then it comes with, what are these called? Harrier jet? And basically it acts like a helicopter and these things move forward. And then you got your bomber, stealth bomber. Because you know, you may have to blow up King Ghidorah. I mean, name with a nuke or something, because he's gonna destroy the whole world. Right, King Ghidorah? So you just come and whack this with his wing. Knock that over. Knock this one over. He is pretty sweet. I love it. And I love that they let you destroy some stuff. God, this one stays together really good. These are really, really cool. They're gonna be collector's items one day. Get them now. You can leave them in the box, but you gotta play with them too. Alright, cool. Let's move on. Alright, let's finish. Alright,
20
we got
people had
Mothra.
joined.
She is one cool
Really?
monster. Always a good one. And she's
Never
definitely
mind.
a girl.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3. Nothing in there, but I hear something coming. Oh, look what we got. Sweet. We got a Mothra and Godzilla. It looks like a different type of Godzilla with orange plates in the back. Oh, look at Mothra. Now, Mothra also comes in some different larvae states. Pretty cool. Here we go. Here's Mothra, and here's the orange-plated Godzilla, or orange-tinted Godzilla. I think they just did that so they don't give you the same ones. You collect them all. But you can see the coloration on Mothra is pretty cool. The wings flat like this. That's the only point of articulation in this little teeny Mothra. And you can see she's all ready to go mothing about her business. But she's often depicted as the savior or the protector of Earth for the island of Japan. Always good. Always on the good side. She sometimes helps Godzilla out too. So pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't
Leon,
articulate
how
all the
long
way.
ago was this?
Just like the other one that we had, the blue one, except for it's orange. Orange kid, so pretty cool. Again, nice, real long tail. And now this came with a seam. What does this seam look like to you? I think this looks like the Incas or the Mayas in Central America, one of the old temples. So what's up, Godzilla?
And
Yo,
he
man,
made
how
this
you doing?
video.
We all doing good.
5 years ago.
Alright, sweet, we got Godzilla. King of the monsters. King of the monsters. Godzilla, are you gonna slam us? I don't think you're gonna do it, but you never know. 1, 2. Nope, no slap. Ain't nothing in there, but I hear some slamming. Here it goes. Oh, nice. This is the 6-inch Rodan. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright, let's open it up. Alright, so this is everything out of the box. It comes with a pretty big
There he
Rodan. They
goes.
say
I was
6 inches.
definitely 7 then.
Definitely period in that.
Yeah.
I mean, from there to there is the wingtip is over 12 inches, so it's 12 inches long, maybe 6 inches tall. Same thing with King Ghidorah, 6 inches tall, 12 inches long, and it comes again with another Harrier jet and another stealth fighter, and these two cool buildings. It's really cool when you're playing Godzilla, and Rodan just kind of goes, boom, it's kind of it's bendable, so it's not just very rigid, but it's pretty wild. Obviously the legs are articulate, head moves to the side, back and forth, and again he's pretty cool. He stands pretty cool. Let's see.
Is Trolls good or bad? I think it's low mid.
Just like him. Look, it's like
Trolls.
what's going on? Oh, not much, Dad. One day you can. One day you can
It's
destroy buildings like me and destroy all kinds of
not
monsters.
that good in
You
my
can be the
opinion.
king of the monsters. Really? I can be king of the monsters? Sure you can. I thought that was Godzilla's job. No, man. Anybody can be king of the monsters. Wow, that's so awesome. What are you talking about? Oh, Godzilla, no! I'm king of the monsters. No one's gonna replace me, especially you, Rodan. Alright, dude, it's cool. Oh, it's cool, man. It's cool. Oh, cool, we got King Kong. You may ask why King Kong's in this video. The reason King Kong's in this video is because
The songs were better than the whole movie. I forgot the whole. Like, I forgot all the songs though. Some songs.
Electronic Godzilla mask. What? Wow. Open mouth, slightly to growl. Growl. It says open mouth, slightly to growl, and open it wide to activate Godzilla's blast with lights and sound. So inside, see, it'll fit on pretty cool.
Stop the feeling. Huh.
The full-fledged Godzilla, growl, and atomic blast. So you could put the dinosaur mask on any type of kid. Look at this kid with a dinosaur.
Got this feeling inside my body. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that song.
It's still pretty cool. And spin it. Oh, nice. We got the other King Ghidorah. This is the image from the new movie. So this is Godzilla's arch nemesis. So it could be you. I don't know. Let's punch it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No slime. Oh, wait. I hear something coming. Here it comes. Boom. What is it? Cool. It's Godzilla and King Ghidorah. Another one of these little sets. Cool. So here's King Ghidorah. Another cool one. This is again a smaller size one, but still really cool. And the Godzilla is all black. But you gotta love it, because this is gonna be the best fight in the movie. These two square off again, old arch rivals, getting it down one more time on the big screen in the USA. It's gonna be some kind of brawl. I'm king. King of all monsters. I'm king. King Ghidorah. What? Who is gonna win the big brawl? I'll put my money on Godzilla because he always wins. Alright, cool. And then you get this cool scene. It looks like
Toothless is behind you.
a stadium that's been destroyed by a battle of King Ghidorah and Godzilla. Alright, let's spin it.
Only a wall.
Alright, cool. We got that cool. Versus Godzilla versus Rodan versus King Ghidorah. Oh, it was battle royale. You ready? Let's punch him. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what is it? Oh, there's something in there. Oh, cool. What is this? Rodan and Godzilla Super View Premium Trading Card. Nice. Alright.
These pictures.
Whoa, look at this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
He seems like a bath toy. Very light plastic. He's like but he's kind of cool. I mean, not as cool as the other ones, but the detail on him is pretty cool here. And his chest got some cool detail to it too. So this is like it feels like it will fill up with lore. Bandai 1998, made in China. All right, cool. All right, Rodan, you got another Rodan in the corner. And then we've got these cool trading cards. I've never seen these before. Oh, this is all from the other from the movie. Oh, Tunnels of Terror. This is from Zilla. Look, Matthew Broderick, Zilla, the one when Godzilla laid all the eggs under Madison Square Garden. These are all kind of just scenes. That's cool, rather than these pictures from the scene from the movie. All right, so let's see what's in this other one real quick.
Should have stopped How to Train Your Dragon at 3 instead of making a live action remake. Yeah.
This is kind of cool. I'll admit, at first I thought these were kind of weird, but some of these are cool. Art Godzilla, Searching for Prey. Whoa, that's kind of a cool Godzilla. Zilla. Not many people got the movie didn't do so well here, but still. All right, so we're down to the wire. There's only 2 left. It's Godzilla from King of Monsters, and it's Mechagodzilla. So one of these is gonna have the slime in it. Here's your last chance, folks. Right now, prep for it. Either put row 1 or row 2. And let's see if you're a winner right now. We're gonna spin. Let's spin. Right, we got Mechagodzilla. Let's see. Do you got the slime, Mechagodzilla? We're about to find out. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, look what we got. We got Godzilla 5.
Jump high.
Funko. Here he is, little mini Godzilla. Oh man, look how cute he is. I love him. He's like the old Godzilla, the goofy one walking around like. All right, now let's open up. What else is in here? Here it is. Here's the mystery one. Oh, it's the gray Godzilla.
Typo. Okay.
Pretty cool too. It looks just like the green one, but it's gray. And the last one is the orange one. Look, it's the orange Godzilla. Yo, guys, what's up? So you got 3 Godzillas: green, gray, and red. Woo, I like the red one. He looks cool. Now that's pretty neat. I have not known Funko to have any Godzillas with minis, but these are new. Minis are cool. All right, cool. So that's it. It looks like we're gonna have just this last one. So let's punch it and let's see if Godzilla and Rogue One had the slime. All right, here we're gonna go. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the slime, and here it comes. Oh, what a mess. Wait, what else is inside here? Oh, we got some cards. And the slime. Very, very disgusting. Red slime everywhere. Look at it. Oh, man. That is a mess. If you pick World War, you're a winner. Put it in the comments. Congratulations. If you didn't get the Dick Road 2, no big.
I wonder if anyone else is here. Hey, new. Oh. Knuckles. Maybe. I don't want to get copyrighted. How? I don't know.
I got this wow skin from Olay Body Wash. It's new super serum. Sinks into my skin with
Welcome back to the Killing Arena. Today we will match two of the most ferocious death machines ever seen in Jurassic World. One being the very first hybrid ever created, a dinosaur with a mind so unstable that it will disregard its own well-being to kill, the Scorpius Rex. The other, a weapon of the future made from pieces of the past, with a mind so sick that it finds pleasure in ending anything with a pulse, the Indoraptor. In this video, we will find out what would happen if both of these hybrids run into each other and decide that one of them must die. We will discuss their intelligence, armor, strengths, and weaknesses, and even their mental ailments that will determine which of these killers will be yet another fatality. This battle will be bloody. Hybrid versus hybrid. Killer versus killer. So stay with us to the end as we reveal who is the ultimate dinosaur butcher. Before we enter the analysis platform, let's first take a look at both of these animals' dimensions. The Scorpius Rex was confirmed to be the very first hybrid in the Jurassic World franchise. The fully grown Scorpius Rex seen in the Netflix show Camp Cretaceous was approximately 11 to 12 feet in height and up to 26.25
I have
feet
returned.
in length.
Hello, Amir. How
This
you doing?
theropod hybrid was very agile, fast, and light for its size. Some notable features are its grotesque and etched appearance, a byproduct of being the very first hybrid ever built. On the other hand, we have a more handsome and sculpted predator, the Indoraptor, so named after the Indominus Rex, had a long, slender, and stealthy build, measuring up to 10 feet in height while standing upright and up to 24 feet in length. This dinosaur was slightly smaller than the Scorpius Rex. Its posture was also very different, as it was shown that this animal preferred to walk on all fours. Now that we are acquainted with the physical shape and dimensions of our contestants, let's enter the analysis platform. Durability. Both of these hybrids were seen in combat on screen for some time, meaning that their corporal features could handle some damage. But who is more durable? The Scorpius Rex was the very first hybrid ever created by Dr. Wu,
Devan, how are
meaning that its
your
physical features
grades?
were not as perfect as the next hybrid Rex
I
or
don't know.
any
I
other
didn't check.
secret creations. This dinosaur was able to withstand several impacts from an identical opponent for some time. Its main durability attribute must have been found in its skeletal build. In this scene, we see how the Scorpius Rex manages to soak an impact from technically two directions, the opponent and the floor. The
Indoraptor, not so much. After falling out of a window, the Indoraptor landed on the rooftop and remained there motionless for a few seconds, something that the Scorpius had no problem with. But what the Indoraptor does have is something found in later hybrid iterations: bullet-resistant skin. Note that this is not bulletproof skin. This extremely thick leather proved to withstand bullets from a SIG 522 rifle. See how these bullets get absorbed and then fall off the side of this Indoraptor. Later on, slashes and bites from a Velociraptor were not necessarily strong enough to pierce deep into its skin, especially its reinforced back, which is covered by armor plate like osteoderms. Another indicator of how thick this skin was can be found in this scene, when Ken Wheatley ignorantly shot 2 tranks at the Indoraptor. These really never pierced all the way, as this dinosaur most likely needed special trank darts to sedate it. More on this later. So, who takes the edge? One hybrid can withstand falls and strong impacts, the other with a very thick layer of skin that can withstand different types of trauma. Although different, both types of resistance are equally important in this battle, making this a draw in durability. Intelligence. The Scorpius Rex proved to be probably one of the most, if not the most intelligent dinosaur in Isla Nublar while it was alive. That is, when it decided to focus. This animal understood how to flank its prey from the sides or from above, quickly learning that this was the most effective way to kill prey. Being the very first hybrid doesn't come without some challenges. Throughout its appearances in
Indoraptor
Cretaceous,
Extreme
this
Diff.
animal displayed
Yeah.
symptoms of neurological ailments that could be detrimental to its combat ability. This dinosaur showed signs of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or more commonly known as ADHD. Evidence of this is shown in the constant hyperbehavior and tendency to get distracted by sounds, other animals, and glowing objects. The fact that this dinosaur took down a Brachiosaurus says a lot about its lack of self-regard, since most large theropods would think twice before taking a risk to attack a dinosaur of this size. In addition to its hyperactivity, this animal was most likely bipolar, docile on some occasions, and then going berserk in an instant. This unpredictable aggressive behavior could probably be useful in this coming battle. The Indoraptor, on the other hand, was also extremely intelligent, inheriting the traits of velociraptors and the Indominus
Just
Rex,
World
which were
Sauropods are
perhaps the most
father.
intelligent
Yeah.
dinosaurs in this franchise.
How
This
to
animal
spell.
was an extremely fast learner, problem solver, trickster, capable of opening doors and retaining memories. Let's go back to this scene mentioned earlier. Note that while this Indoraptor was kept in captivity, this animal had to be tranked several times. 3 darts were necessary. Special darts which could pierce
Hello,
its skin.
Zero
Once the Indoraptor
Destination,
knew
and
that
how
they
are
were
you
trying
doing?
to trank him, he quickly pretended to be asleep, probably because it knew that 1, these tranks sucked, and 2, he only got shot twice. This scene taught us even more about this raptor. Note how it used
Good.
its tail
Okay.
as a distraction. But truth be told, he was just toying with Ken. This animal's brain is so advanced that it finds pleasure in the deceiving of this individual
Sauropods
and
over
the process of ending
JP
his
or
life.
Jurassic
A
World
trait found in
Sauropods.
highly intelligent animals.
Yeah.
Remember that this dinosaur was built to be a weapon of war. It was engineered to think strategically and be focused on the target and identify its weaknesses. This perfected mindset in comparison to the easily distracted Scorpius gives a clear edge to the Indoraptor in battle intelligence. Overall strength. In the Netflix series Camp Cretaceous, we witnessed
Why do you
the
like
Scorpius Rex carry out one of the most
more
difficult
real life
missions for
designs or
any
movie
theropod,
designs
taking down
of the
a fully grown
Tyrannosaur?
Brachiosaurus
What do you
by
like more,
itself.
real life
Now, how is it
designs or
possible
movie
for a
designs of the
dinosaur that is
Tyrannosaur?
lighter built than, say,
Maybe
an
real
Allosaurus?
life.
Let's find out how this was possible in the first place. In order to take down a dinosaur of this size in such a fashion, the Scorpius Rex would have targeted the extremely thick lateral muscles of this Brachiosaurus. This is no easy feat. Cutting through this dense muscular tissue in such a short amount of time requires immense amounts of strength. But how is this possible with these scrawny arms and legs? The answer would have to be fast twitch muscles. These types of muscle fibers allow the animal to inflict wounds at
I
other
hate
types of
real
damage,
life
similar to
designs.
that
They're
of a
just
large
so
dinosaur.
creepy.
Which other dinosaur took
Yeah, that
sauropods
makes
down?
sense.
The Indominus Rex. Being able to accomplish such feats
It's just a
makes this
Tyrannosaurus
dinosaur
Rex staring into
paranormally
your soul.
strong for its size.
Mhm.
The this animal was able to pick
And
itself
can't
up
roar.
using a metal rod as its only means of support. Note that this is mostly thanks to its superior grip strength. An indicator of whether this animal was
Kirai
stronger than the
Koji.
Scorpius was its purpose as a weapon. While it is true that this animal was strong in its own right, it
Real
is
life
imperative
dinosaurs
to note
can
that
roar,
the main purpose
but it's more
of this animal
terrifying.
was for war.
Yeah.
More specifically, optimized for killing humans. If you know anything about predators of this size, it doesn't take too much strength to kill humans. Most of the efforts put into this animal were rather focused on this animal's weapons
Gyaragoji
and intelligence, and not necessarily
solos
on
the
corporal
Monsterverse.
strength, but just the right amount of attributes
I
for an
don't know
effective
about that though.
anti-personnel weapon. Another indicator that differentiates the two is how they fought against Blue. This raptor was almost ignored by the Scorpius pair, whereas the Indoraptor struggled more against Blue. This difference of strength and the almost
It was
paranormal
never
amount of
close.
force behind the Scorpius's
Hmm.
attacks gives it the edge in overall strength. Agility. The Scorpius Rex has shown time and time again that it is capable of moving its unpleasant soul in ways most other dinosaurs can't. This is thanks to the dinosaur's elongated arms and ability to climb. This animal's leg anatomy allows it to catapult itself into the air at great
It's up
heights.
below.
This clip shows that it can jump
Below
up to
they do
approximately
like
50
crocs.
feet in the air, and
Yep.
probably a little higher. This is a pouncing ambusher, meaning that this animal's way of attacking prey is to jump in the air, splay its limbs wide, and enveloping its victim with a barrage of claw attacks. In addition to that, this animal can do 360s in a split second. Its longer limbs
I
give it
bet
a
you're
wide
watching
range of
Goji
motion,
Center.
such
Yep.
as these lightning fast kicks. The Indoraptor is an animal that can make its way around close quarters, as we saw it run through the Lockwood Manor like a rat through a maze. Let's not forget that this was a peculiar type of raptor, built much different than the Scorpius. The Scorpius Rex seems to be built better for faster and more catapulting maneuvers than its opponent, allowing it to change positions
Goji
faster
guy.
and making it better built for pouncing on prey thanks to those longer legs. This is
It's Goji Center.
a close one, but because the Scorpius Rex was shown to be able to move itself and its limbs faster in a horizontal axis, the Scorpius takes the edge when it comes to agility. Speed. The Scorpius Rex was a hybrid that could move absurdly fast.
Let's watch
capable of
Goji
moving from one end of the
Chronic
park to the
next.
other in
Okay.
record time.
No, it's
But
Goji
once
Center.
again,
I can
taking
tell
a
by
look at
the
its
voice.
leg
Yep.
anatomy, we see that these limbs were built for speed. Each individual stride of this animal could allow it to cover a greater linear trajectory.
Goji
Its
Chronic.
bouncing ability allowed it to cover more ground in less time as well. How
Goji
does the
guy.
Indoraptor compare? This animal, as
Goji guy.
we already know, will purposefully move on all fours when it wants. At full speed, however, it is said that this animal can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. Although its legs are shorter than the Scorpius Rex, an extra set of limbs allow it to have more points of contact with the ground, giving it more forward thrust. This animal's center of gravity is most likely located in a more inferior position than a regular raptor. This animal runs in a more animalistic or primal fashion, similar to Godzilla when he went berserk on Kong. This stealthy posture when
Goji
running
Center.
is
Yep.
another indicator of its primary purpose, which is to chase down, hunt, and kill military personnel. Knowing this and its fast speed on all fours gives the Indoraptor the edge when it comes to overall speed. Terrain adaptability. Throughout this analysis, it
Goji
has become
Center.
clear that both of these animals are masters when it comes to locomotion. The key difference is what they are equipped with. In the Netflix series Camp Cretaceous, we were given the opportunity to see through the eyes of the Scorpius Rex. Immediately, you will note that this dinosaur was equipped with thermal vision, meaning that even in dark environments, this animal could detect an opponent at all times. This thermal vision is also the culprit when it comes to its tendency to get
Dang,
distracted,
40 miles
as
per
it is
hour. Yep.
attracted to almost anything that emits heat. The Indoraptor, on the other hand, is also equipped
Who's
with
winning
special
so
ways
far?
to locate an opponent.
I don't know.
Two things. Number one, this animal is equipped with echolocation. capable of directing a directed sonar pulse from its skull and detecting or visualizing an entire area based on its acoustic signals. 2. If that wasn't enough, this animal is also equipped with night vision. Let us remind you once again that these capabilities were no accident, but rather imperative for a genetically weaponized hybrid. The Indoraptor was built to be an all-terrain hunter. And finally, it is safe to assume that even if this animal lost its eyes during combat, it would still be able to make its way through any obstacles thanks to echolocation, which is how several animals can make their way through darkness without seeing a thing. This capability of making its way through anything, along with its tactical build and abilities, gives the Indoraptor a critical edge when it comes to terrain adaptability. Now let's get to the fun stuff.
Banana phone.
At Chamberlain University, we believe
Oh,
in the
come
grit
on.
to
1
be
minute.
strong, belong to something greater.
Oh,
When it comes to MySpace, I gotta keep things fresh and tight, just like Mama does. So I'm always spraying Febreze fabric spray to freshen up 5 odors.
banana phone.
Smells like home. Smells like flowers to me, man. Thank you, Zeke.
Can I get moderator? Oh, okay.
Subway's got a new deliciously fresh meal of the day. Chips and drinks for $6.99. Take that, $17 salad stand.
King Kong 33 wins King Kong 05 in a fight. I mean, I guess.
Fight effectiveness. When it comes to fight effectiveness in this battle, we will probably have to take more into account than just skill or fight force. Let's start with the Scorpius Rex. This dinosaur wasn't just ugly just because. There's actually a real reason why. Seriously, we tried very hard not to roast this dinosaur, but now
Yeah,
we
dude.
kind of have to. Believe it or not, this dinosaur suffers from a condition known as brachycephaly, a condition that causes a skull deformity characterized by a shortened antero-posterior skull length and a widened diameter. A well-known animal that suffers
Yay.
from this are pugs. This genetic flaw made this hybrid skull similar to a Carnotaurus, who had a bite force of a mere 3,400 newtons. Kind of weak for an animal of this size. The deformities do not end here. Apart from not having the requirements to support strong muscle attachment, this animal's teeth varied in size a little too much, meaning that not all the teeth would make contact with the Indoraptor when it bites down on it. The Indoraptor wasn't perfect either, but it did have a skull that did support appropriate muscle attachments needed for a stronger bite. If having a head shaped like a
I
T-Rex doesn't
freaking
tell you
hate
anything, this might.
snowstorms. Yep.
Note that this dinosaur's teeth are spread apart, but somehow easily cut through this dude's arm. How? Brute force. That's right, ladies and gents. Although the teeth aided in the piercing, this animal's jaw clamped down with so much force that it was able to crush through bones and tissues. But whose bite will be the most effective against their opponent? Given that the Indoraptor's skin is thick in the upper part of its body, this Scorpius Rex will find it more difficult to pierce. Whereas the Indoraptor's bite will probably find it easier to rip through the less armored foe. Both of these animals have a good bite, but one can pierce better. For this round, the Indoraptor takes the edge for bite effectiveness. Auxiliary weaponry. When it comes to weapons other than a mouthful of teeth, both of these hybrids come equipped with different types of weapons. Let's begin with the Scorpius Rex. By
Roadwing
examining
Godzilla
this animal's
2021 or
anatomy, we see
Kong
that the
21
Scorpius's
with the
legs have a wider
lightning
range of
powers.
motion than its opponent. Its arms
Maybe
can also extend
Godzilla.
outward in a considerable range. But what about
I
those
don't know.
claws? In order to bring down all types of dinosaurs in Isla Nublar, these would have had to be made of a very strong material, capable of withstanding the immense pressure between the Rex's limb and the victim's flesh. Save will go for that deadly claw on each foot. But perhaps the most notable offensive attribute of the Scorpius is found here, the tail. These are covered in quills, which are venomous, courtesy of the scorpion fish. In the real world,
Kong
getting pierced
21
by one of these
don't
would be
have lightning
extremely
powers.
painful and cause other serious side effects such as muscle twitching, fever, anxiety, agitation, confusion, and even paralysis or death if you're
I
a
mean,
smaller individual.
like if he didn't,
But the
if he
Scorpius
did
Rex's
get lightning
quills'
powers.
effect on dinosaurs was more on the neurological realm. Note how some dinosaurs would become agitated and acting abnormally aggressive,
Godzilla's
almost
tail.
reckless.
Huh.
How will these affect the Indoraptor? Let's address something very important first. Its forward-leaning posture, which in this case would be beneficial for the Indoraptor. How? Note that this animal's thicker skin is located on its skull and upper part of its body. A whip of the Scorpius's tail would have to strike low in order for the quills to pierce an Indoraptor. These quills are not likely to have the piercing power to penetrate the Indoraptor's armored and bullet-resistant upper body, making these almost ineffective unless one lucky quill managed to pierce its lower body. The Indoraptor now hits back with the sharpest weapons seen in any raptor in this franchise. These were very similar to the Indorex's claws, made of fibers that could pierce bulletproof glass. This does not end here. This guy has a very interesting way to claw, or should we say stab its victims. Given that these claws are also very pointy, the Indoraptor's method of clawing travels in a flat arc trajectory, stabbing deep into the opponent's flesh and then pulling outward, cutting any muscle tissue or intestines. These two dinosaurs had similar foot claws and were both built to rip and disembowel. But in this case, the Indoraptor's lower posture and less vulnerable striking areas give the Indoraptor the edge when it comes to the effectiveness of auxiliary weaponry. Before we reveal the winner, let's explore some last crucial details about these two hybrids. X Factor. Previously, we discussed the Scorpius Rex's genetic flaw that inhibited the Scorpius from having a stronger bite. This flaw doesn't just affect bite force, but also its stamina. But how? Animals with brachycephalic syndrome tend to have less oxygen directed to the lungs. This genetic flaw shortened its skull, which means that any
What
soft
is
tissue
the
inside its
why is
nasal
it
cavity is now
why is
squeezed
the
to the
title
smallest space
Eat
as these remain
Freaking
unchanged in
Snowstorms?
size. What
Because
this means
there was
is
a
congested
snow
airflow,
snowstorm when I
extending
made
fatigue and shorter
this.
stamina. Not good in a fight. Knowing this dinosaur will now be forced
Oh,
to
where
end
I
this
live.
battle quickly, as it is most likely aware of its own endurance
Because it was
limitations. The Indoraptor was a hybrid developed for tactical military use, built to hunt down and kill the most dangerous creature on Earth, humans. During the development of this dinosaur, all the engineered attributes were specialized to take out military personnel, not other dinosaurs. But being a weapon of war also comes with immunological perks. Dr. Wu spared no expense when it came to equipping this dinosaur inside and out. In war, a new weapon like this would most likely be targeted for capture, either alive or dead.
Well, I was confused why the power was out. My mind was just like, is it a power outage?
Yeah, the other side would want to trank this thing and keep it, which is another reason why this dinosaur required 3 darts instead of 2. We are now ready to reveal which of these hybrids is the deadliest. The Scorpius Rex, with its unpredictable personality, takes the edge in agility and a critical edge in overall strength.
Spell.
The Indoraptor, with its optimized combat attributes, takes the edge in combat intelligence, speed, terrain compatibility, fight effectiveness, and auxiliary weapons. Both of these hybrids are equal when it comes to corporal resistance, each with their own ways of dealing with damage. By compiling all of our data, we determined that the Indoraptor would be the clear winner in this fight. In a confrontation between these two hybrids, the Indoraptor's more strategic approach can be credited for the win. Being a weapon of war, this dinosaur would instinctively assess its opponent, sizing up its own weapons against the opponent's weakness and strength. Things like its taller stature, its lack of thick armor, and its reckless behavior, and its easily distracted focus would be attributes that the Indoraptor could exploit. Let's cross these one by one. As soon as these animals approach, the Scorpius Rex's taller stature in comparison to the Indoraptor only means that it can attack from a higher position, only being able to strike the most protected areas of her opponent. And the Indoraptor knows this. This armored area would mitigate the damage caused by the Scorpius. Next up, we have the Rex's bad method of pouncing on a victim. Not that pouncing is bad, it's just that against the Indoraptor, pouncing with your arms and legs spread open leaves this soft, squishy belly exposed to the raptor's razor-sharp weaponry. Again, something the Indoraptor will counter with an upward lunging attack and aiming for its jugular or intestines, ripping them out immediately. But what about those quills? We mentioned that in a battle, these would most likely not Indoraptor at all, given that during a fight, the Indoraptor's body is usually under this tail's range of motion. But on the off chance that the quills do pierce a more vulnerable area, this venom would now have to fight the Indo's advanced immune system, which would quickly mitigate the neurological effects of the venom. If this thing did not immediately kill this girl, then it most likely would not affect an Indoraptor. But yet another reason why the Scorpius would have a harder time would be its tendency to get distracted a lot. The
Because
Indoraptor
I'm
just so
Godzilla.
happens to
Okay.
enjoy this sort of thing by manipulating surrounding elements or its own elongated body to distract its opponents, who, by the way, was forced to execute fast and uncalculated maneuvers in a futile attempt to kill the Indoraptor more quickly because of its limited endurance. In conclusion, and after analyzing this battle from all angles, it was almost an unfair fight. Yes, it would be entertaining, but the fact that this animal was a more refined hybrid than the Scorpius Rex made it win the edge in most attributes. This hybrid's superior intelligence and its ability to scope out weaknesses won this battle.
Goji
Do you
Chronic
agree
Mix.
with the outcome
Yep.
of this battle? Tell us what.
Does he solo? You can just press O to get off the video. Oh.
Old Spice Jeans, hydration body wash, vanilla spray, 24/7 moisture.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I, for one, have covered my fair share of Godzillas, spanning across different movies, timelines, continuities, and even entire mediums of fiction. This channel is no stranger to the King of Monsters. But one era of Godzilla that's kind of lacking on the channel is Godzilla stuff from the Millennium Era. And for those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, the Millennium Era is composed of everything from Godzilla 2000 up until Godzilla Final Wars. Now, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this era of Godzilla. It has its moments, and there's movies in it that I like, but it kind of lacks the longevity and influence that the Heisei and especially the Showa era have. As the Millennium Era kind of opts to go with more standalone films that kind of ignore the last movie that came out the year before, and because of this, I haven't really scaled them that much on the channel, as most Godzilla iterations in this era are kind of just limited to their one movie with the feats. So you can imagine that most of these Godzillas will take around 2 to 4 minutes to cover, not nearly justifying the length for the average video on this channel. But then it dawned on me, why don't I scale them all at the same time and rank them from weakest to strongest? Like I said, each Godzilla for the most part is kind of limited to their own specific movie and probably Godzilla 54. And overall, it's just not that taxing, so I figured why not. And honestly, while looking into this video, I walked away with a result that I did not expect. So join me today as we'll take a look at each specific Godzilla from this era of films and rank them from weakest to strongest. But before that, if you guys like the power scaling content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We post weekly videos and we cover a wide variety of topics. From Godzilla Finds the Freddy's, this is the channel you want to be at. But with all that garbage out the way, let's get into the ranking. Oh, and before I start, I want to tell you that I kind of fibbed a little bit during the intro of this video. I said that we're going to cover everything from 2000 to 2004. That's a lie, as I've chosen to talk about another Godzilla for this video. But for you guys who don't like being patient, don't worry, as we're going to talk about him right now. So at number 6, and the weakest Godzilla from the Millennium Era, I present to you guys Godzilla 1998. This is kind of a tangent, but like, for some of you guys in the comments who are smart, what era of Godzilla does 98 even fall into?
I'm gonna leave for a second, then I'll come back.
Just saying
Okay.
that sounds kind of gross, but anyways, back to the scaling. with some of the lower ends. And well, if I have to be honest with you guys, this Godzilla is kind of thought of to be very, very weak. And well, he's number 6 on the list, so that's kind of justified. But he's still a lot stronger than you guys think. For starters, his tail's confirmed to be able to destroy an entire city block, which would mean he would be able to endure an output force anywhere from 11 to 100 tons of TNT. You could argue this singular statement is hyperbole from a children's book, but I beg to differ, as he actually has the feats to back it up. As Godzilla in the film busts through the MetLife building, when calculated, it has been determined that this feat would require around 7.2 kilotons of TNT in order to perform. So that's some town level scaling for Godzilla 1998. Now, contrary to popular belief, this Godzilla is not a glass cannon at all, and this town level of power would scale to his durability. Everyone loves to talk about the jet scene where Godzilla dies to jets, but what if I told you this quote unquote anti-feat was actually quite impressive? I'm sorry, we're just talking about dying to jets being impressive for Godzilla. It's kind of funny, but let me cut. Earlier in the film, the army's able to knock him out with a large torpedo, which actually goes on to knock off a huge chunk of his armor, meaning by the time we get to this scene right here, Godzilla objectively is in a weaker state than he would normally be at. And 2, the missiles in 1998 aren't regular missiles. And instead of trying to explain it, because it sounds really dumb, I know, I'm just going to show you this one scene. Yeah, just 2 of those
Is
missiles
Gorgier edits here?
destroyed Madison Square Garden.
I
And
think he left for
subsequently
a
engulfed
little
the
bit.
entire space in a fiery explosion. And Godzilla, while weakened, having chunks of his armor missing, took 12 of those in rapid succession. So yeah, he's definitely around town level, as you need 12 city block level weapons in order to kill him while he's weakened. As for speed now, at the very least he would be around subsonic, as he can outpace and outmaneuver jets that are stated to fly at 80 knots, or roughly 90 miles per hour. This is consistent, as the guidebook says that his max running speed is around 300 miles per hour, which is also subsonic. But you can argue a little higher, as he can dodge and react to missiles, and he's stated to dodge them at lightning speed. The average lightning speed, according to the Versus Wiki, is listed at around Mach 1282, or massively hypersonic. Now, this could very easily be hyperbole, but I mean, who cares? Are you going to argue that Godzilla 1998 isn't lightning speed? Like, who's going to disagree with you? Who's going to agree with you? It's 1998. Come on, guys. It's Christmas time. It's the season of giving. Give my guy some higher speed ends. He's still the weakest and slowest person on this list. It's overall pretty inconsequential. Okay, so with that out the way, we're going to talk about the first Toho Godzilla in this era, and the weakest, being the Godzilla as featured from Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Monsters, All Out Attack. This
Are you getting the best rate for your auto insurance? If you have to think about that, then you're in the right place. At Auto
Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Monsters, All Out Attack. This Godzilla's a menace, but he's quite low on the list because all of his notable and highest ends literally come from the fact that he's Godzilla 54, meaning that all the original Gojira's feats would scale to him. And as you guys will see, this is a trait that 90% of the Godzillas in this list share. But unlike GMK, those Godzillas actually have feats that are higher than 54. And to kind of understand what I'm talking about, let's get into the feats and scaling exclusively found in Godzilla GMK. Well, it's stated that he's immune to all human weapons, including nuclear bombs, and Godzilla's atomic breath produces an entire
What's your
mushroom
favorite
cloud,
Godzilla?
which when calculated,
Godzilla
has been determined to
2000.
generate around 346 megatons of TNT, or mountain level. And that's it. I'm being so serious. That's it. That's all he has. Well, it's not it technically. He has stuff confirming him to be stronger than the other Guardian monsters seen in the film, but like, do you need me to pull a scan to prove that? His atomic breath stuff is actually kind of impressive because it's stated to be reminiscent of Cherenkov radiation, which moves at relativistic plus speeds. But other than that, that's all you can get. So this is when we start to talk about Godzilla 1954 and his scaling, because GMK is just the original Gojira revived, so he should scale to all of Godzilla's feats. Gojira has so many scans saying that he can tank and endure nukes. It's kind of ludicrous the amount of scans there are that say he can do this. So yeah, he's around at least city level. He also has a statement that says he can destroy entire mountains. You could argue this to be hyperbole, but it's actually consistent with the higher ends, which we'll get into right now. Godzilla was able to boil a large quantity of seawater, and when calculated and taken into account the area affected, it would come out to around 600 megatons of TNT, which is mountain level plus. And Godzilla was at the epicenter of this attack, and Godzilla got no damage from it while being in it for around 17 seconds, meaning Gojira can output and endure the equivalent to 11 gigatons of TNT island level. Gojira was also able to endure the oxygen destroyer for around 2 minutes. The oxygen destroyer being a device that completely destroys oxygen and the atoms that compose it on a subatomic level. And according to this nice calculation I found in the Versus Wiki, it would output around 9.5 exatons per second. And and Godzilla endured it for around 2 minutes. I've seen a higher calculation that gets it to around 13 exatons per second, but like it's just still multi-continental plus. And as for speed, Godzilla 1954 also has some subsonic calcs, mostly due to the sheer size of the monster, and he can also react and tag jets, which would grant him transonic combat and reactor speeds. All of this scales the GMK, so he's around multi-continental plus with relativistic plus speeds with his atomic breath, and his base speed should be around transonic. But moving on to the next Godzilla on this list, we're gonna move to the first Godzilla who started the Millennium Era, being Godzilla 2000. Godzilla 2000 lives in the continuity where 54 is canon, and he stated to be the most powerful Godzilla, meaning that he would upscale all of that 54 stuff we just mentioned about GMK. So easily multi-continental plus as a baseline for his scaling. But Godzilla in the film has feats that are stronger than anything shown in 54. In fact, all the subsequent Godzillas you see on this list will have that same 54 as a baseline and have feats that far exceed it. This Godzilla's best feat is one-shotting Orga's UFO form, which doesn't seem to be too impressive at first, but when you take into account that he moves at near light speed, this feat is actually very impressive. As according to a calculation I found on Character Stats and Wiki, the UFO's kinetic energy output would be anywhere from 13 teratons to even 4.9 exatons of TNT. So at the very lowest country level, but at the highest multi-continental plus. And 2000 one-shots it. One-shotting in fiction is usually at least a 7.5 power gap, so Godzilla will be anywhere from 100 teratons to even as high as 37 exatons of TNT. So country plus to even moon levels of power. This is consistent because atomic breath is referenced to be energy at a level that is not possible in the natural world, meaning that he would upscale volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and tsunamis, with the highest examples of this phenomenon outputting around large mountain country levels of power. So this casual multi-continental country level of power and possible moon level of strength is consistent. Moving on to speed now, Godzilla's atomic breath should be relativistic plus to light speed, as he should upscale 54 and be the same species as 54. And I found a scan that said that 54's beam was a beam of light. Now that I'm saying that out loud, that would also upscale GMK's atomic breath speed. But anyways, Godzilla 2000's atomic breath being this fast is consistent as he could tag the UFO with his atomic breath before it could fly to him. The UFO, if you remember, it flies at near light speeds, and Godzilla's atomic breath is faster than it. As for actual combat and reaction speeds, though, I couldn't find a way for Godzilla to scale to it at all, unfortunately. So he would just be as fast as 54 as he upscaled 54. So like transonic. So in conclusion, this Godzilla would be anywhere from multi-continental to possibly moon level with relativistic plus the speed of light scaling with his atomic breath, while physically having transonic combat and reaction time. Okay, now number 3 we have Godzilla from the Kiryu Saga. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna keep it a little brief because bro has his entire own video, which is over 10 minutes long, mind you. So if you want to see more concrete and depth metas, I implore all you guys to check that video out. So for this segment, I'm just gonna keep it a little basic. Godzilla was able to survive the absolute zero cannon point blank, which I've explained in numerous videos at this point, so I'm gonna keep it a little brief once again. These videos aren't scripted, mind you, so sorry if some of the wording is redundant. But the absolute zero cannon's yield has been calculated to be anywhere from 1.5 exatons to even as high as 71 exatons of TNT. So Kiryu Godzilla can walk away from multi-continental plus to even moon level attacks. By the time of Godzilla Tokyo SOS, he's confirmed to have gone stronger since then, so he would just be stronger than he was in against Mechagodzilla. To get some higher ends for Kiryu Saga Godzilla, we're gonna have to talk about the context of the two films, as they share multiple aspects of the Showa era. One major example is 54 being canon and Kiryu just being composed with the original Godzilla's bones. So Kiryu Saga Godzilla would upscale his 54 counterpart just by fighting Kiryu. And this Godzilla 54 is stronger than most, as in the original movie that we all seen, Godzilla along with his bones were atomized, but in the Kiryu Saga, this Godzilla's bones no-sold the full yield of the Oxygen Destroyer, which gets to around small planetary. And that's where I'm going to stop for Attack Clone-C because he has some higher ends, but once again, check this video out, I'm not going to explain all that. But for speed now, you'd be relativistic plus, even faster than the speed of light. As his atomic breath is confirmed to be composed of pure radiation, meaning that it moves at light speed. Kiryu was able to dodge the beam, and he's portrayed to be much faster than it, as he produces after images when he dodges the beam. Kiryu Saga Godzilla can fight on par with Kiryu, so yeah, he would be that level of speed as well. But moving on to the second most powerful Godzilla of this era, where we have Godzilla as portrayed from Godzilla Final Wars. See, I told you guys this list was kind of unpredictable. I bet a huge chunk of you guys thought he was going to be number 1. But he's number 2, so this video is worth watching. This Godzilla has a lot of fans, so sorry to be the one to inform you that he's not that guy. But he's number 2, so he has some solid stuff. Do note though, Godzilla Final War scaling is actually pretty lengthy, so maybe I'll save the especially higher ends for a matchup video. But this section will just kind of talk about the more consistent casual stuff. Even though this movie isn't canon to Godzilla 54, that's confirmed to be the time when he appeared, and he actually survived the Oxygen Destroyer, so that's a feat even greater than Kiryu, as while his bones survived the entire yield event, Kiryu Saga Godzilla 54 was still dead after the weapon was unleashed. So Final Wars Godzilla being able to walk away from it is quite the feat nonetheless. So off the bat, he gets that multi-continental to small planetary scaling as a baseline for everything. This is consistent as he beat Gigan rather easily, Gigan being a character who can uproot entire continents, which should be around multi-continental as these continents are said to be huge and gigantic. Godzilla later on in the film would go on to destroy Monster X Capsule. Godzilla's atomic breath during this instance has been calculated to be outputting around 1.25 to even 17.1 exatons of TNT. So that's a more multi-continental plus stuff right there. But you could argue planetary, because yes, the Exilians lied about the meteor destroying the planet. The humans believed that it would have, which is all that matters. Because they stated that all of their firepower concentrated at a single point would be able to destroy Gorath, which once again they thought would destroy the planet. The humans then once again concede to Godzilla's power, saying that he would destroy the world and that he's the most powerful weapon on Earth. Meaning that even before his Kaiser Amp, you could argue anywhere from moon to planetary for Final Wars Godzilla. This is consistent as when he does get amped, he's able to one-shot Kaiser Ghidorah, a creature who would threaten the existence of planet Earth, meaning that he would be a planet buster, as if you just destroy the surface of a planet, the planet still exists. Destroying the planet from the surface is a dwarf star level feat, and Godzilla one-shots him when he's amped, producing a multi-continental explosion, and much more impressively, a shockwave equivalent to 533 zetatons of TNT. Planetary. As for speed now, he's able to perceive Gorath in slow motion and charge a prolonged beam while it was entering the atmosphere at relativistic plus speeds, meaning that Godzilla would have perception anywhere from 9 to 31 times the speed of light, meaning that he has faster than light plus scaling. Overall, this Godzilla is still a beast, a little underrated by most scalers in my opinion, and a little overrated by the general fans. So in the words of Thanos,
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing should be.
Special K. Definitely. For all the special reasons you move. Like bonding.
Ready, Mom? Let's go.
Serious, healthy bonding.
This whole thing should be.
alright, I know what you guys are thinking now. If Final Wars Godzilla is number 2, who could possibly be number 1? And at number 1, for the strongest Godzilla of the Millennium Era, we have Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. But for the sake of convenience, I'll be calling him Gojira for the remainder of the section. Gojira for a nice baseline really is Godzilla 54, meaning off the bat he gets City to like multi-continental as a baseline for his scaling. And for more statements similar to this vein, Gojira is claimed to be a stronger version of Godzilla 2000. This doesn't mean Godzilla 2000 is canon to this film, but it just means that they envision this Godzilla as stronger than the one from 2000. Meaning you get some more metas in the X-tons to even like moon level. For some of you guys who are acting like that's kind of sketchy, you know me. I wouldn't be using statements similar to those if he didn't have the feet to back it up. So let's talk about stuff Gojira does in this film, which should be quick because he only has one notable feat, where he tanks and absorbs the Dimension Tide, which is stated multiple times in the black hole. Before the black hole hits him, his atomic breath is shown to slow down and temporarily stop the movement of it. The black hole, just by moving, has been calculated to be outputting 200 rototons of TNT, meaning that Godzilla's atomic breath should be able to output similar dwarf star levels of power. Godzilla would go on to survive the attack, and some scans even say he absorbed the black hole. Granted, I can't find any of these scans, but someone has them. I'm sorry if you guys think I'm lying, but like, why would I? I'm not a Godzilla Final Wars fan. They be talking about fictional guidebooks and DVD pamphlets, like unironically. The funniest part is that they don't even use these fictional guidebooks to say he's like Universal or something. They say that he's straight bound as out of Universal because of the DVD pamphlet, which is, I'm ranting now, my bad. Anyways, Godzilla no-sold the attack, and he survived, meaning that he would scale to the Dimension Tide pretty much automatically, even if you don't think he absorbed it. This is insane because the Dimension Tide has been calculated to be outputting anywhere from 63 kiloflows to even as high as 2.8 megaflows of TNT, so as little as solar system level and as high as well solar system level. As for speed now, Megaguirus can dodge the atomic breath, which once again is a light speed attack. Gojira can tag and physically contend with Megaguirus, and even blitz her in this instance. So So he would get some relativistic plus to light speed scaling, possibly even faster than light, but let's not get too crazy. So in conclusion, Gojira is by far the strongest Godzilla of the entire Millennium era. Even Final Wars Godzilla, if you grant him his highest ends that aren't just straight cope or like delusion, has nothing on Gojira. As it would seem, Gojira is a god among kings. If you made it to the end of this video, what about the look surprised you the most? Is there anything that you would change? Let me know in the comments. As for me, I'm gonna end it right here. This is one of the longest videos I've made in a while, so I'm a little tired. We'll be back next week, but until then, stay big, G fans.
You ever had one of those days when it's just too cold to keep working? Nah, neither have we. Harriet work jackets and boots. All the cold stopping, core warming, waterproof protection you need to get the job done. Under any conditions. So you can weather whatever.
Is arguably the most iconic movie monster of all time. This is supported by the fact this giant lizard has starred in over 37 films, with the 38th one coming out in March. This year also happens to be the Big G's 70th birthday, and over those many decades, the King of the Monsters has gone through numerous designs of varying quality. So I figured I'd rank all of his designs across his many films, TV shows, and even commercials in celebration. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going over his designs in media like comic books, and I'll be skipping stuff like Chibi Godzilla because this ain't no god. This list is also my personal opinion and not objective in any way. I'm just ranking these Godzillas based on how cool or iconic I believe them to be. Now, with those disclaimers out of the way, let's rank these oversized lizards. Ugh. I mean, what were they thinking with this design? This suit takes everything bad about the Showa era of suits and it results in this gross, bug-eyed, and thoroughly unintimidating depiction of the king that is a disservice to his character. I get they were trying to have Godzilla look more like his newly introduced son Manila, but they forgot the part where his son is fucking hideous. This Goji's head looks plain awful and doesn't even look cool from any angle. Not even his tail is spared from Manila's corruption. It's weirdly stubby and it looks like it can't even be used as a weapon. Thankfully, this suit was immediately replaced in the next film, sparing our eyes from any further damage. Despite the name of the series, this 70s cartoon had basically nothing to do with Godzilla, and you can tell the creators of the show had no concept of the source material by taking just one look at its design. This thing resembles Reptar more than it does the King of the Monsters, with its cute green coloring and pitifully tiny and uninspired backplates. This guy doesn't even use the atomic breath and instead just has boring-ass fire. Hell, this guy doesn't even have the iconic roar, and it's replaced by some dude poorly yelling into a mic. This Goji is nothing but an imposter to the throne. To promote the American re-edit of 1984's Return of Godzilla, Godzilla 1985, the Big G himself was used in a couple Dr. Pepper ads, and sported a unique look designed just for these commercials. However, this suit clearly didn't have much budget put into it because it looks like they made it out of a bunch of black garbage bags. The dorsal plates have never looked more flimsy, and its pupils are so bright that it mostly looks like it has none, which works for the GMK design, but not so much this one. This suit has far more in common with the Showa era of suits rather than the Heisei one it was meant to promote, but I guess I shouldn't expect quality from a suit that was used in the 80s Dr. Pepper commercial. There's no need to feel bad for the guy though, since he hooked up with the girl in his second outing, a feat no other Godzilla has been able to match. So bravo, Dr. Pepper Goji. You may not have scored high in this ranking, He certainly scored with the ladies. I may love the film this suit was introduced in, but it's definitely not a factor in why I like it. The main body of the suit is fine, although the dorsal fins are floppy as hell. My main issue with the suit is the face. Those oversized eyebrows are goofy and make it impossible to take this supposed king of the monsters seriously. I mean, the bro even does the Dwayne Johnson stare decades before he made it popular. The sillier look of the suit works better in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, since that movie depicts Godzilla as a hero for the first time. But this design clashes with his more aggressive nature in Mothra. Speaking of that film, during production, the suit's upper jaw was heavily damaged when legendary suit actor Haruo Nakajima tripped into the Nagoya castle prop used for the movie. As a result of this accident, his upper jaw wobbles around whenever he roars, and I absolutely cannot stand the way it looks. It just makes me uncomfortable, and I couldn't even tell you why. While it is a step up from the previous Showa design, it's not exactly a big improvement. It's a lot thinner on the body, likely to make it easier for Nakajima to avoid tripping again, and also so he could bless us with Goji's magnificent victory dance. The head no longer has the comical eyebrows, but the larger head and more expressive eyes pretty much eliminated any of the intimidation factors Showa Godzilla had in earlier outings. Also, this is one of the many designs that are unphotogenic when it comes to facing forward. The suit looks fine and all from the side, but as soon as you aim that camera right down the middle, yeah, not winning any awards with that face, Goji. Largest incarnation of the Titanic lizard is one I'm not particularly fond of. Instead of looking like an overgrown dinosaur, this dude just looks like a tree that drank too much muscle milk, which actually isn't too far off from what he is. I don't even care that he's bulky, considering the monster versus Goji is much higher on the list while also being quite thick himself. The problem lies with the aforementioned tree-like texture across his body. I get that's the point of the design, but I just do not vibe with it. It also doesn't help that he has this odd underhang of skin below his mouth, making him look more like a grandpa Godzilla than anything else. For what it's worth, I like his dorsal fins. They're pretty neat. Okay, before you threaten to send Mechagodzilla to my place, hear me out. Yes, I'm aware this design is barely even Godzilla, and that it doesn't even begin to resemble what the classic kaiju should be. Hailing from the failed 1998 American Godzilla movie, this lad is infamous in the community and was even shat on by Toho themselves when he got one shot by the true Godzilla in Final War. As a Godzilla design, it's terrible considering it manages to be less faithful to the character than even Hanna-Barbera's attempt. Bro doesn't even have the atomic breath, only being able to fire flammable gusts of gas. At least his roar was kept intact. Instead of an upright standing lizard Stegosaurus hybrid, they opted to make him resemble a T-Rex, likely to capitalize off the immensely successful Jurassic Park franchise. The most obvious example being his feet, which are literally just that of a T-Rex's. Combine that with the oversized chin, hunched over stance, and spiky curved dorsal fins, and you've got a design that's honestly super sick on its own, but distinctly not Godzilla. Regardless, the sheer cool factor of this misunderstood guy is what puts him ahead of the last six, but I cannot in good conscience put him any higher. This Goji has seen a resurgence in popularity thanks to the Man in the Suit analog horror series. But that's not why I have a soft spot for this suit and for Raise Again in general. This film and its suit are far from perfect. Some would even say they're bad. However, I like how weird this film is, and even despite its flaws, it has heart. Long live Kobayashi! Likewise, this suit is probably the most bizarre looking of the Showa era with its goofy-ass ridged head, mismatched fangs, and malnourished body. Despite this, I just can't bring myself to hate this design. The reason he looks the way he does is because Toho hastily needed a new suit for a sequel after the massive success of the first film, and they needed to make him slimmer and more mobile so he'd be able to fight the newly introduced Anguirus. It's clear they didn't have much time to polish up this Goji, considering Raise Again was released just 6 months after the original movie. He's also the only Godzilla to not have glowing dorsal plates upon shooting his atomic breath, likely another consequence of the sequel's hasty development. Like his predecessor, most shots of him using the atomic breath are actually portrayed by an awkward-looking puppet with outward protruding teeth. Even so, none of this stops me from loving the Suki guy. Another commercial suit, this time being for the 2014 Godzilla film, and it's ironic that they used a physical suit for the set considering the movie itself features a fully CGI Goji. Regardless, this suit is pretty cool and shows up Big G doing more recreational activities besides destroying cities. The suit is surprisingly high quality and gives us some truly fantastic Godzilla gifts to rival his victory dance and dropkick. However, due to all of these stunts, he does lose all forms of intimidation, even when he actually rampages around the city. I will say the head rubs me the wrong way a little. It's not terrible, but the eyes and mouth don't look reptilian enough. Regardless, it's still a god tier commercial. This follow-up to the abysmal Son of Godzilla suit is a welcome one as it returns the monarch to some of his former glory. The head is still a little elongated and the front view of it still doesn't look particularly good, but it's a noticeable step up from most of the other Showa era suits. In terms of its proportions, it's very similar to Astro Monster, but just refined to make it far more appealing to actually look at. It's also the most reoccurring suit in the series, showing up in 4 separate films. In fact, its years of use began to show in Godzilla vs. Gigan, where parts of the suit were actually falling apart in a climactic fight with the film's title opponent. It's not a favorite suit of mine, but I respect it for sticking around until its seams literally started showing. This suit has the distinction of being the very first Godzilla suit to be featured in the movie with color. In addition, it established many of the core design elements that would be used for the remainder of the Showa era. Although, given the fact I've already gone over most of those future suits, it wasn't necessarily for the better. Before the suit, Godzilla had big fangs, small ears, and 4 toes as opposed to 3. That being said, I actually do like how this suit looks reptilian, unlike the later ones, and it's the first suit to introduce a dorsal fin pattern consisting of one central row of plates sandwiched between 2 smaller rows. I'd also say it's the only Showa Godzilla suit besides the original to look somewhat intimidating thanks to its head looking great. Until it faces the camera. Now you can see why it loses a few points. The first of the Heisei era suits is also its most unique. Later designs of this iteration of the character would feature a smaller head, a less stocky build, and aggressively narrowed beady eyes. This one also marks the return of many old design elements from the original 1954 suit, such as its ears, 4th toe, and prominent fangs. This suit mostly succeeds in bringing back the King's menacing form that had largely been lost ever since that first film. Unfortunately, there are some problems holding this one back. For one, its head and eyes are too big, making it look cartoony in appearance, reducing the intimidation factor by a bit. Secondly, this Godzilla feels very stiff and lumbering in nature, or at least that's the vibe I get from the film. I can assume suit actor Kentaro Satsuma didn't have a stellar range of movement with this behemoth of a suit. There are also a couple of close-up shots that make the Big G look cross-eyed. This defect was a result of him occasionally being portrayed by a 16-foot-tall animatronic dubbed the Cybot Godzilla. This automated Zilla is impressive from an engineering standpoint, but it had some technical problems leading to the eyes not always lining up the way they were supposed to. While the spots defect doesn't show itself often, it did take me out of the movie when I first watched it. Even if this suit didn't quite hit the mark for the Heisei era version of the character, it laid the groundwork for the rest of its suits to follow. If you thought Godzilla going jet skiing in a sticker zone was weird, what do you think of him slamming straight dunks with legendary pro basketball player Charles Barkley? In this legendary Nike commercial, the King of the Monsters faces his most powerful adversary yet in a game of kaiju basketball. Even better, this ad was so phenomenal that it delivered the single greatest comic book to ever grace the earth. Because let's be real, who wouldn't want a more in-depth look at the craziest collab of the 20th century? Anyways, the design itself is pretty similar to 84's Doji, though the head appears mammalian with its greatly elongated snout. The Big G is even sporting some stylish pink goggles, making this lizard far more fashionable than the rest. Unfortunately, it's not enough to win him the game, but he'll get Barkley next time. The suit used for the final 3 films of the Showa era is perhaps the most wacky the oversized lizard has looked in the main film series. Right off the bat, this suit is by far the cutest the legendary kaiju has ever looked. Nonetheless, this doesn't stop me from absolutely adoring this giddy interpretation. After all, this is the Goji that performed the eternally iconic dropkick. This is an expression impressive Godzilla that has a lot of personality to him, which is fitting given how nonsensical these last few show movies really are. It never gets old seeing him throw his fist down in frustration after missing his shot in versus Mechagodzilla, or literally shaking hands with Jet Jaguar in versus Megalon. It also helps that his face looks good from the front for once, further enhancing his cutesy demeanor. Yet somehow they actually made him look badass in Terror of Mechagodzilla, where they gave him angrier-looking eyes. Though even with this added detail, it doesn't solve the issue of his claws being extremely tall, and like most of the suits of this era, his dorsal plates are incredibly floppy. While this less threatening design is certainly not the way I usually prefer Godzilla, I can't help but love this goober despite his flaws. This iteration of the kaiju actually has 4 separate forms that it evolves into over the course of the show. For the sake of the ranking, I'm only going to go over his final, main form being Godzilla Ultima. This is one of the most imposing designs the King has ever received, and I totally dig it. Its dorsal plates resemble silver maple leaves with bloody veins, and they're probably my second favorite depiction of this iconic trait out of all of these designs. This Godzilla also overcompensated on Light because holy shit is he packing. Oddly, despite his extra thick thighs, he stands slightly hunched over instead of his usual upright position like most other Godzillas. But now we have to address the elephant in the room, and this is why he's only ranked at 18. His damn head tanks the entire look. I will say I like the oversized fangs he has on both of his jaws, and he admittedly looks fine when his mouth is closed. The problem is that he looks derpy as hell anytime he actually opens that mouth. It gapes open to a cartoony degree and ruins the fear factor this design otherwise succeeds in achieving. And don't even get me started on how it looks from the front. I want to rank this one higher as it has so many genuinely amazing design features, but that head just ain't it. Despite being the son of the underwhelming Zilla from '98, this youngster is well deserving of the Godzilla title. His design is relatively similar to that of his father, but has specific design changes that make him far better. The solid blacks and grays stops him from looking like a discount Jurassic Park T-Rex, and it gives his turquoise-colored dorsal fins a chance to shine. Since this Godzilla has his own show to occupy instead of a subpar movie, it gives him a lot more time in the spotlight. It's awesome to see him demonstrate his unique abilities, such as heightened speed compared to his peers, thanks to his theropod-like stance. They also rectify his father's power breath by giving his son the King's signature atomic breath, in a snazzy shade of green this time around. Basically, Zilla Jr. being worthy enough to hold the title of God means I can rate the TriStar design higher without getting too many people pissed off at me. This version of the monster is merely a cameo in the form of a dream sequence in the 2007 Japanese film, Always Sunset on 3rd Street 2. This design has the distinction of being the very first Japanese Godzilla to be exclusively presented with CGI. Because of this, it's a little rough around the edges, but I can look past it considering it looks fucking badass. This beast's skin is gray with turquoise undertones and a little beefier than most Godzillas, exemplified by his punch stature. The coloration almost makes me believe it's a zombie, further evidenced by its fully white pupils and dorsal fins being the same exact shade as his skin, implying that they're twisted cones of flesh jutting off from his body. The most interesting aspect of this design is that it can almost be viewed as a prototype design for Mayan 1's Goji, as both that film and Always Sunset were directed by Takashi Yamazaki. While this Goji may only be on screen for about 10 seconds, it's a damn memorable 10 seconds. Not to be confused with Zilla Jr., this youngster is the son of Heisei Godzilla and was first introduced in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, albeit as this deformed blue abomination. In the following film, he would grow stubbier, cuter, and his skin would take on a green tone. Yet these two fellas aren't why Junior is up this high. His juvenile stage depicted in Godzilla vs. Desistoya is the reason he's at this spot. Now resembling a smaller, green skin-toned and hunchback version of his father's late Heisei design, is where he earns the title of God. His facial expressions aren't nearly as aggressive as his father's, and this is matched with his friendly demeanor towards humans. This design looks nice and gets the job done, but it's similar to the actual Godzilla suit it's based upon prevents it from getting too high on this list. Though this guy actually does evolve and reuses the suit I'm alluding to at the end of vs. Desistoya. notable for being the final physical suit utilized in the Japanese Godzilla film, this design is arguably the most vicious the Big G has ever appeared. All it takes is one look into his blood-red eyes to know that you should not mess with his goatee. He now sports bigger ears, and I've always liked when they're a part of his look, and this is the most prominent they've ever been. It does have the downside of making him look like a cat more than ever, and this Reddit meme will never let me unsee it. However, there are some actual issues that hold this one back. First off, the build is far too skinny, and this is the slimmest Godzilla has ever looked. And while they obviously did this to make the suit flexible given the amount of batshit crazy stuff this iteration had to do in Final Wars, I don't like how humanoid he looks. Get this lizard a big juicy steak so you can get some meat on those bones. The other problem I have is once again with his mouth. Though unlike most of Godzilla's, he looks fine from the front and a little off from the side. It mainly stems from how thin his lower jaw is in comparison to his upper. Regardless of these flaws, this version of the king is still badass. I'm cheating a bit with this one based on the fact it's a fan design for the kaiju and not official. Though to be fair, the two short films this depiction was used in, Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex and Godzilla vs. Megalon 2023, were uploaded to the official Godzilla YouTube channel. This design, created by the short film's director, Takuya Shinichi, is a tank that sticks close to the later Heisei era suits, both giving it a unique look all its own. This Goji is aggressive, powerful, and more nimble than most, showing off some pretty impressive blocks and grabs in his clashes with the equally amazing new versions of Megalon and Gigan. Uneshi even managed to make the Megalon dropkick look badass with this guy. This is thanks to Godzilla's special new ability, being able to store a ton of energy in different parts of his body, such as his arms or dorsal fins, and using that power to land some seriously devastating blows. If that wasn't enough, in his first fight against Gigan, he surges with white energy, and his chest illuminates with its destructive potential while also making him look even cooler. Both short films will be linked in the description because every Godzilla fan should watch these labors of love towards the classic kaiju. That all being said, I do have one personal gripe, and it's the texture of his skin. It's this weird amalgamation of silver vein-like lumps, and while it's not terrible by any means, it just ain't my cup of tea. So, about halfway through making this video, I realized I had totally forgotten to add Snow Godzilla, who originates from the Chemical anime movie. Rather than remaking all the footage for this video, I decided it would be easier to just slap him at 12.5 and call it a day. This Goji is interesting in the fact that he's predominantly colored white compared to his vacillator black and gray contemporaries. Besides the frosty makeover, he looks remarkably similar to Gemstone Godzilla, which makes sense since Takuya Uneshi designed this incarnation of the king as well. Overall, I prefer this guy to the Gemstone Goji because the silly covering is more appealing than the fleshy vines and skin, and his blue dorsal fins have taken on a lighter blue tone that almost makes it look like they're made of ice. Plus his atomic breath can now freeze stuff on impact. It's pretty neat to say the least. The follow-up suit to the King's Return in 1984 fixes up a lot of that one's rough edges, whilst defining the baseline for what the Big G would look like for the rest of the Heisei era. The most notable change made with the successor is the much smaller and angular head. The 84 suit's head was more akin to later Showa suits, and as a result did limit the terror that one gave off. In comparison, this Godzilla clearly means business, and it ain't here to appeal to kids. His curved head and small narrowed eyes give him an expression of pure hatred even more convincingly than Final Wars did. That being said, the smaller head means the rest of the body feels way too big. His thighs especially are enormous, and it unfortunately hurts this look quite a bit. Honestly, Godzilla should consider skipping leg day because those legs are a little too muscular. Now this Godzilla looks fucking evil. And that was very much the point, considering this bad boy was formed from the engraved souls of World War II victims that were killed by the cruel and inhumane actions of the Japanese military. This Godzilla isn't here to feed on nuclear radiation and isn't trying to bring balance to nature. This dude only wants to kill as many people as possible. To show off this Goji's supernatural status, he now has soulless white eyes, which is easily my favorite detail of this design. Besides that, this suit is a bit of a throwback to the original look of the character after Godzilla 2000 redesigned him. The main body of the suit is relatively similar in look to his general design in most Showa era suits, almost like a zombified version of his 54 iteration. The central difference besides the eyes is the square-shaped mouth, which is a nice shake-up from the cavalcade of villas with rounded off ones. I don't have any real issues with the suit, it's just we've gotten to the point where all of them are extremely good, and and I just happen to prefer some of the later ones. The one that started it all is Among Us Fast. Part of the reason this one is so effective is how it's almost always shrouded in darkness. This has helped as a result of the movie being in black and white, greatly elevating the horror aspect of the character. The imposing stance, the striking dorsal fin, and the lethal mouth pulled with jagged knife-like teeth, all making of a legendary monster. It's obvious why Godzilla has remained a pop culture icon for nearly 70 years, because this original depiction is striking, iconic, and easily recognizable. This is a living weapon of mass destruction, and he's enjoying the devastation he's unleashing upon Tokyo, as evidenced with his perpetual devilish smile. Adding to his hair is that he looks menacing from all angles, a fate that basically every other Showa suit wasn't able to replicate. Admittedly, the reason they weren't able to replicate this was simply because this suit was far too tasking on the actor Haruo Nakajima. We've all heard the stories of how infamously horrendous it was to be in this furnace of a rubber suit. The death temp reportedly reached up to 60 degrees Celsius. No wonder someone would make an entire analog horror series of the guy essentially melting into the suit. Besides that, this legendary depiction is way down because he's sometimes portrayed as a hand puppet. This puppet is used for most close-ups of the head and for when Goji shoots his atomic breath. It simply doesn't look as intimidating as it does on the main suit, and while it's not a deal breaker, it's very noticeable when it's used. The fourth, fifth, and sixth Heisei films all technically use a different suit for each movie, but besides some very slight adjustments to the body and head here and there, they're basically the exact same. This suit serves as an improvement over the one used in Biollante and Ghidorah and fixes the proportion problems I mentioned earlier. The legs are still muscular and wide, but not to the point where it makes the rest of the body seem tiny in comparison. The head has also been enlarged slightly, being a nice medium between the Biollante suit and the 1984 one. In addition, the eyes are more easily visible, giving us a wondrous view of his new golden pupils that serve to further his intimidating aura. In fact, this Goji Keepers are easily the coolest looking in the entire franchise, and it's no wonder why this Godzilla design would stick for the remainder of the Heisei era, since it really is a beauty. America's back, and they meant business with this gargantuan design of the world's most iconic kaiju. This big guy has some serious meat on his bones, and was actually the tallest Godzilla to ever appear in a film until he was dethroned about 3 times in the following decade. While this Goji is drastically different from most other depictions of the character, it still feels like Godzilla, saving it from the same fate that America's earlier 1998 attempt suffered. The look of the head is the aspect that really separates it from the heads of old, leaning closer to a crocodile in appearance, which I think fits the kaiju well. The boxy mouth reminiscent of GMK's design is appreciated, and they finally gave the big G a nose that's actually reptilian for once, in addition to finally giving him gills. Crazy to think how it took them 60 years to give gills to a monster that spends 95% of its time underwater. Outside of the head, the body is gargantuan and commanding, but it does have a couple of issues. For one, America messed up the dorsal plates once again by making them resemble stony spikes instead of the jagged, articulate fins. Plus, his feet are way too stocky and resemble that of an elephant more than anything else. Even with these blemishes, it's clear America learned from most of their mistakes after their last attempt at adapting Japan's most famous movie star. The third Godzilla design in the Millennium Era is also the most traditional of the four, and it's rather fitting that one of the best renditions of the king is paired with the best version of Mechagodzilla and the best version of Mothra. Fight. This design takes the best aspects of the Heisei designs and mixes them with the modern approach of the suit design of the Millennium Era to create this instant classic of a look. The proportions on this guy are some of the best in the entire franchise, not too thin, not too thick, and every part of his body fits well together. Adding to his stature are some flashy dorsal plates that shine in their ghostly white crystalline appearance, and I adore how sharp and firm they appear to be. The head is also perfection, having a more reptilian look to it compared to the gaping mouths of Heisei. Further contributing to this Goji's rock-solid proportions are his eyes, which are just large enough to be expressive without being overly goofy like 1984's. This is an epic design fit for featuring in 2 absolute bangers of Godzilla movies. While very similar to his look in the 2014 film, this slightly redesigned American Godzilla fixes the minor problems of his last appearance. Inaccurate dorsal fins, now they're back to their artful, distinct shape in addition to glowing a vibrant blue. The stiff, elephant legs, now redesigned to be more angular and flexible. Besides those changes, he looks relatively the same up until he uses his atomic breath. Not only does it light up his dorsal plates like most Dojis, it also illuminates his eyes and gills in the same striking neon blue color that manages to make the kaiju's signature ability all the more spectacular. Towards the end of the 2019 film, Godzilla King of the Monsters, this Godzilla receives a thermonuclear upgrade from the remains of Mothra and develops a bright orange glow between all the scales of his body, ballooning his style factor even further. It's no wonder why this depiction of Godzilla has quickly become one of the fan favorite designs despite not being from Japan. America actually gets a rare W. Thoughts? At the time of writing the script, the movie's not even out, but I had to throw this update on the 2019 design even because it's a phenomenal evolution for the Monster vs. Godzilla. The most obvious difference is the King's new pink coloration replacing the blue before, and I couldn't be happier about this change. This shade of hot pink they chose is nothing short of wondrous, and his new elongated dorsal spikes are positively awe-inspiring. Feels like they're harkening back to the colorful crystallized forms that Millennium Godzilla had, and that is absolutely approved by me. Beyond the different color and redesigned back spikes, this look increases the size of Godzilla's head to be a little more proportional to his body compared to the last two MonsterVerse films. He's also a little slimmer than before, and I'm proud of the King for working out, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to run like the beast he does in the trailer.
So what? It's already phenomenal fixing the lake case in a series and set it on fire. Fucking metal version of Doji has ever dared witness.
Massive watches of flame red now cover
So
the Kaiju's
going.
body, and they continually radiate
Oh,
and this killer fiery glow while he's rampaging through Hong Kong. The reason for this heated up display is that the Big G is close to overloading on radiation and is in danger of blowing up and taking the entire planet along with it. To reflect this nuclear meltdown-like state, Godzilla is constantly giving off steam and is more vicious than ever. Red and black is one of the coolest color combinations out there, and this guy pulls it off with stellar results. His dorsal fins are even more rad, and his eyes are somehow even more visceral than those of previous designs. The Heisei lineage of suits kept iterating and improving upon the last, and this all culminated into one of the sickest depictions that the iconic kaiju has ever had. Remember the 2007 Godzilla?
Zero
Oh, wait,
seconds
Sunset on
during
33?
real life.
Well, here's the upgrade. First
When you
appearing
fall
as a
asleep,
T-Rex-like
man.
dinosaur
Yeah.
on Photo Island, this Goji has its form irradiated by an American nuclear bomb that transformed it into that terrifying kaiju we all know with fear. And trust me, this Godzilla is one you should be afraid of. This dude looks
You know what? Yeah, I think I have to end it here because I'm tired. So, bye. Bye, everyone. The rest of your day and the other stuff. See you tomorrow. I'll think about that.